What's going on, good people out there? This True Results. Today is, I do believe, March the 19th, 2025. Yep, March 19th, 2025. Salute to the kings and the queens, and even to everybody in between. Let me tell y'all what's on my mind on this windy day. All right, true story, right? Real true story. The wind is so high. Oh Lord. Every time, every single time. I don't know. Sometimes you think a train is a devil. Y'all hold on, there ain't gonna be no long time. I really don't want to start over this. It's from my heart right here. I'm could have a real conversation. I'm gonna tell y'all what's on my mind today, and it should reach a lot of all males and females, depending on your tolerance. And I always gotta talk about uh, dead rappers, dead people. Like, can't save nobody. So now to me, everybody behind a keyboard and a monitor, waiting on the next person to die so they can what? What? What you gonna do with somebody that's all what? Log about it? Damn, how many dead brothers and sisters can men, most of the men blog about before you try to prevent something? Like, it's coming to an end. Thank y'all for their patience. And I'm just gonna say how I feel. Everybody know. I was born in 1973. You can call me Perry on this one. Yeah, you gotta call me True on this one. My name Perry. Perry. I was born just like everybody else was born. Now my mother's born August the 6th, 1973. Before I knew anything, I guess I was just born black. Really don't matter about what color you are. It's a big word, but let me go. Today, where I was at, somebody that's beloved to me. Of course, she's a queen. She was, I guess this is what they do in spring clean. Well, she found a treasure, a souvenir while she was spring cleaning. Let me show y'all. This is what she found, right? Because I gave it to her, right? That's how you know she's near and dear to my heart. This right here, I done had and kept. This is a wedding band, right? This is my wedding band, right? No glitz, no glamour, a wedding band. And if you know me, that's my name, Perry. Well, I have two sons, right? Shaden and Jamar. Loving to death. And they have a mother. Shout out to Rolanda. Just like most of young people, as me and her were before the kids, we was young. We was young, right? we both, I'm just gonna say, yeah, we call ourselves loving each other, which, if love wasn't an emotion that you never felt before on both sides, then we did love each other, right? Love each other when we met. I think I was 20 and she was 18. That's when I had barely stepped foot on Memphis soil way back in the days. I think I was 16 when we got here and met her when I was 20. That's from the country living, Alexander, Louisiana, which is my birth state, until my family Masons, so we follow their work, right? Well, one thing I learned, is that the city ain't the country, and the country ain't the city, right? Just gonna say it as I sit here today, looking back. I'll say it one more time. I was born in 1973. That makes me 51 years of age. Oh, true. That's a half a century. Starting off with my first love. All right. And to add context to the story, perfectly, willingly honest, I was a straight nerd. I ain't never had no kids, never had no girlfriend, none of that. As I was making the honor roll, national, junior, honor society, that's all I knew was school. And I ain't never had none of that. None of it, period. Right? At all. My teacher was my girlfriend. And first time, years later, I'm diverging in this story, not the mother of my kids. She all the way in Memphis, and I was that breath of fresh air, I guess. Yeah, I was didn't know anything about anything, and that's a true story. Yeah, everything happened fast once we settled in Memphis. Everything I tried in new surroundings failed. Every single time that I tried. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling y'all something about time in a love story. And what love, innocent love, even to me, and what it means on the path that I can safely share this with y'all. The mother of my kids is amazing. We connected in the strangest way that you wouldn't even believe. To be having this conversation with y'all over 30 years later about love. Once again, this is spring cleaning. It's the reason I'm making this video. As I sit back and reflect on love and life through my eyes only. Where I still feel that once in a lifetime connection after all these years. Right. Of course, you know, we best friends and co-parents now. But look, the time, you know, I know now what adultery is. Because, to be perfectly honest, which I'm gonna be with everything I'm saying, we just didn't know who we were. We had kids before we grew up. And when I say that, we did. And just like most, I only had two sons in my whole life. Before we knew each other, we was the definition of opposites attract. Because one thing about Memphis is that mother of my kids, North Memphis. When I tell y'all, before she knew, she was out there with the killers and the dope dealers, red lipstick, boxer draw, and pages, right? As a woman, as a female, she was mimicking her surroundings in Memphis as a female. Now it's gonna mean something later because most women or females wear panties. But before she knew panties, she knew boxer drawers, pages, beepers, and a payphone out there with the hustlers. Why is that? We'll get to that later. Now me, country boy, everything in the country, hunting, crawfish, pecan picking, garage selling, right? It's what the city girl didn't ever have, and the country boy had it. When I tell y'all about this and love, where did I spend? Where was I running from? Everything I endured, I'm still here. Probably be the reason I'm making this video, honestly. I know y'all can, man, I don't know if I'm wording this right so y'all can understand. Let me just do a brief summation. Years ago, when I entered Memphis, I was 16 years old. Met my wife, mother of my kids, when I was 20 and she was 18. I met her, it wasn't even for me. Supposed to be an arrangement for one of the boys from the hood, but he wasn't there. And I was in the back room, timid, looking out the window, not understanding my surroundings. And that's how I met her from that first conversation. Well, she broke my virginity. But it was love at first sight. Or was it? Because I ain't never, believe it or not, just straight nerd. And that's partly because of my dad, Scorpio. Guess it's hereditary to have to be smart, book smart. Before I can blink an eye, I don't even know how to have sex. I remember the time, the place, the first, where it took place at. Right? Immediately. She pregnant. What I know about life. Now in that time, when my firstborn, and that is a lot of things, a lot of ways I got trying to fit in, mimicking Memphis. So I really got used and abused from being the standout. Right? What do I know? But I know one thing. It's a whole new environment. So I got fucked 5 foot or 50 gone boys. Man, nigga saw me 5 dimes. I ain't know the difference, but I want to see her though. Cause that was Memphis. Way back in the day. Number four, I even knew I had got fucked on that first. It wasn't 5 foot or 50. 1 5/20s, double up, 5 dimes. I'm excited, didn't even know. But I remember that day, everybody disappeared. My first pack, I was fucked on that one. Went through the cut, it was in Landmark, in Fraser, next to the Willows, where Skinny Pimp first tape shop was. Nobody was there, car pulled up. I'm not the one there. I'm finna get this money. I'm smart, but book smart enough to know what I heard, but never knew I had 5 dimes. Everybody left looking back. I served the knocks. Didn't even know it. So excited to get that first 20. I'm finna be a hustler now. Got in the car from the outside in the cut. True story. No door handles. On the inside of the car. I can say that now, but didn't know it then, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Got in the car, real excited to get my first 20. So I'm gonna make 100. I'm gonna be the biggest fucking, I'm gonna do what they do with books and make a long story short. Got in the car, shut the door. Forgot exactly many years ago, but I had 5. So I know each one of these 5 go for $20 a piece. Sell out 5, get 100. First gave one, he wanted 20. Gave him one of the rocks and got a $20 bill. Go to get out of the car, couldn't even get out of the car. And didn't have no door handle. The narcotic. He say, roll down the window and open it from the outside. I did, got out of the car, clenching my first 20 in my hand. Just one heart beating fast. He pulled off. I walked back in the cut. Before I could even, and I got it squared so tight, before I can even get it out and palm my hand and look at it, my Get your ass on down, lay down. They came, jumped off of everywhere. Like a setup. I died 2 times right there. So that's how so I got fucked. Niggas told me 5 down. Let me serve it up. First sale, I served it up. Couldn't even unfold the money. Then they bust my heart. Guns in my face. Get on the ground. Died 2 times. And I went to jail. They took me to jail. When I went to jail, never been in jail before, of course, right? And these days, it was 1992, or maybe it was 91. That's when it was Vice Lords, CDs, and LMG. Of course, I ain't never been in jail, right? Made it through the intake, as I know it now, but back then it was the old intake where you had to, they just put you in a cell. Anybody know about the old intake? You sleeping in the hallways, and ain't no classification, nothing. Made it through that one, sitting by myself. Unbeknownst to me, I was around killers and everything. Finally make it to the floors, 3rd floor as I know now. Tired as hell. They took me up there, put me inside the salad port. And I've already never been in jail. They were sitting on the bars, east side, inside the salad port. One thing I remember, like, when you come in here, drop your shit. I ain't coming in there at all. So I ain't go in. I'm not going in, so they took me to PC. Yeah, like when you take scared people, they took me across the aisle to PC, right? PC wasn't PC. Back in them days, that shit right across the aisle, that's when they walk on the child. I knew I wasn't going in there, so I thought they was taking me to a place safe. Unbeknownst to me, it wasn't safe. They didn't lock the doors. The inmates ran to jail, walking the child, spitting in your face. Bitch ass, scared, had on a yellow suit. And you get spit in your face. It wasn't even safe. They can touch you right there. Back in the day, it's called the Thunderdome. Fast forward, both of my kids, Rolanda, came to visit me. Had to escort me in a yellow suit. Went to court. I think I stayed in jail like 2 months, too long in PC. Getting harassed. I knew right then and there, if I ever come back here, I have a better chance of walking in and learn how to fight. So I ended up getting out. That's when I was in Judge Joe Brown courtroom. Gave me 3-year probation, no diverse or nothing. Put me right back on the streets. Didn't take me long to violate probation to go right back. Cause ain't nothing changed. Still gotta go the fuck up in Memphis. So when I went back, this time, I'm going in. And I did go in. Still the same system. Shout out to a guy named Scarface. It was a big GD. And he took me under his wing. And I ain't never been gang affiliated. But shout out to Scarface at that time. And that's just the beginning. right? Violation probation. Had to go to AOC. Had to put them for him. And things kept going on. Right? So when I say I'm more Memphis than a Memphis, NIGGA, it's because of everything else that happened. I was so green and trying to get in where I fit in that I was used up and wasn't even thinking. Like when I say kick those, man, I've been on so many damn missions and never even looked in the bag. $500 robbing. I always had a handler though. Never looked in the bag. That's a hard night, right? Now, my first son, I was in jail. It was premature. Missed that one. Like moving so bad. Been places, did things. I can damn near still hunt it. Like I could have swore I helped somebody bury a couple of bodies in Spring Valley, Raleigh phrase. So when somebody say you'll black out and blank out and so shocking, that's just the beginning. In my spirit, I think I was there and just blacked out. That was just the beginning. Right after I get out and Ridgemont, first murder, sitting on the couch, green as hell. Brains blew out. Shout out to Velma. She say, put on this a girl shirt. Put on this shirt and go. Back to back. Been on for a long time. Because it didn't stop. Murder after murder, murder after murder after murder. In my face. They even fought a killer or tried to fight. Daryl. Yeah, anybody from there? Daryl. Stone cold killer. Just got out for murder. Trying to earn my stride, fighting the killer. Went back to my mama's apartment. They was staked out waiting on me to walk outside to kill. A little fragile. By the grace of God, somebody stopped me. Right back across the street, same night. Chocolate chip, get stabbed, standing right there, threw over the bathroom. Walked back to